Beyond Bitcoin Hangouts are meant to give everyone a voice, a chance to speak with others who are passionate advocates for expanding the blockchain's use cases out into the world and beyond. Do you have a crypto community you would like to represent and hold open hangouts for? If so, you might find yourself on the path to owning a stake in Beyond Bitcoin. We are looking for people who care about people who want to bring others together, because crypto communities are people. Beyond Bitcoin is a movement of thinkers and doers in the crypto space. And if you feel you are one of them, reach out to beyondbitcoin@gmail.com for more information on how to debut your community's efforts to reach to the stars and beyond. Welcome to another Beyond Bitcoin Hangout. Today is Friday, July 15th, 2016. Today we're joined by a bunch of crypto geeks and advocates who basically work on various projects in the crypto space. We all tend to have started in BitShares, but we have guests who are coming on more and more from other projects and talking about what their history and what they're doing is. But we started here and we have a community who joins up and likes to provide the updates for those projects on a weekly basis. And we actually have a means of essentially using Steemit to allow the community to upvote who's going to be covered in these Mumble Hangouts. And upvotes are going to be what establish who is the first person or project to be covered in any given hangout. So today there was a tie, but Fyrstikken was the first one in the actual thread. So Fyrstikken has joined us here today, and he's going to talk a little bit about, is it going to be Stakepool, Fyrstikken, or is there anything else that you are wanting to talk about?
I can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, stakepool.com is absolutely the place everybody should go to and hang out in our TeamSpeak or listen to our 24/7 radio broadcasting from inside the heart of information. We are the roundabout place for all things crypto, all things fintech, and all the legacy markets. We have traders that are trading in every single time zone and are reporting. So if you want to know what is going on, when it happens, right before it happens, that's stakepool.com you need to go to.
Can you post a link in the chat, please?
Sure.
And is the show in English or is it in which language?
It is not a show. It is 24/7 raw traders talking on a hangout. You can join the hangout and talk with traders about anything at all, every day, all day, 24/7, all year. There's always people online. There's always music, and there is, always active people there.
So 24/7 crypto party online. Sounds pretty good.
It is awesome.
Have you used TeamSpeak for other things in the past?
Of course, I've been using TeamSpeak for partnerships and to run effective projects. And yeah, I mean, TeamSpeak is absolutely fantastic for all those things.
You see, because, yeah, and the reason why these platforms exist is largely because of gaming communities, which are really some of the first quote-unquote decentralized communities that would do complex tasks together. And the cool thing about these platforms is that they are the solution that was figured out by these collective individuals who had the need to not bind themselves to the geographic location where they exist. And that's what gaming does, right? I mean, you have people who you've probably met in games across the world, and crypto is very much similar. Guilds and communities are very similar, so you allow people to use a platform where they can easily join up and have their own radio station or their own hangouts or conference center like we try to do with this. There are various cool things that you can use with these tools. And I think that crypto communities across the board should consider having their own servers, and of course they should use each other's servers and work together in that way too. I mean, what you're doing is really cool, and it's cool to see that there are other people in the space that are working in this stuff.
Well, I joined Bitcoin in 2009. So and I came from the demo scene and the gaming scene. So for me to use something like TeamSpeak, we are all game. We are all young old men now. We have played computer games. We have developed. We have, I think the common background of us old timers is that we're coming from that background. But right now, I am observing something I have never seen in crypto before. I observe mass adoption, and it is thanks to the Steemit platform. So I'm glad to be alive to finally observing it. Finally, everybody's coming in.
Even, what's funny? I'll tell you what, Fyrstikken, you were saying this, and I was reading on Steam itself that there was a post where somebody said, I even got my girlfriend using it. And at that moment, my heart swelled. I was like, my God, isn't that what most crypto geeks have been talking about for so long? Like, if only I could get my family and my wife or my girlfriend using this platform, they would understand, but yeah. Does anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to bring into Fyrstikken? Sorry.
I just want to say that now there's also the ability for mass appreciation of the shitcoin song.
Finally, I'm getting paid for the shitcoin song. It's been long overdue.
How much did you earn from that? Do you know?
Oh, I don't earn anything from that song because the melody is copyrighted by this. But on Steam, I don't. I have my YouTube channel monetized, but because of those copyright laws, I'm not getting paid for performing anything because they steal all my money over there. So I have this idea that with Steemit we created, this Steemit created this fantastic introduction for everybody to get in and get paid. And then I was thinking, library, they are doing something with video and audio content handling. And then I was thinking, we have all these mining rigs, we have all these clever people, and we have this Google that is kind of irritating to everybody. So I was thinking, let's steal everything that Google has and move it over to our decentralized system, hash it all over, take over everything that Google has, and that's the idea. Let's do that. Let's ruin all these old companies that are holding everybody back with their stupid ways of doing things. I mean that is what I'm all for. Let's every single video that is on YouTube, let's steal everything and give it to the account owners when they come to our stolen.com and they say, oh, all my videos is there. Well, how dare they? Well, no problem. Just log in with your Google account to your account to verify that this is your content and it's all yours, and now you have it on another place, moved over. Facebook was created by stealing the content on all these university pages. Others. Yes.
Yeah.
And Microsoft and Apple, they are all great companies because they were good at stealing ideas from others and running fast to get source code and sell it and monopolize on it, and it is time to steal everything from them in a huge, decentralized crypto Robin Hood project.
Well, you know what? I'm not laughing because I disagree with you. I just probably wouldn't call it stealing, because the way I look at it is if it's already essentially been stolen from you, you're just kind of, we can build that that mirror economy to ours, as Dan Robles likes to say. You guys, some of you guys know Dan Robles here. But once we do that, and we have these services that are also more democratic, as opposed to, Eric Schmidt just joining the Bilderberg a couple years ago and going in there and being told by the power elite what Google's going to be doing, to have systems where these conglomerates are actually a bunch of different chains that are working together, but also have their own communities with their own philosophies and their own ways of doing things. And you essentially can join any of them. But I do see what you're saying. Like, we're looking at a different kind of Google, right? Like where everything, you can go one place and get everything you want. We are now netizens. And we're going to live like it, because of this blockchain technology.
I think that we are the generation that will destroy all this early 90s internet phenomenons, They were the shitcoins back in their days, so it's time for a generation change. And as I said, Google has never paid me anything for doing performance over there because of this copyright laws that the music industry has forced them to. But see, when we take everything from them and put it decentralized, who are they gonna sue? They can't sue anything. Are they gonna block it? No, they can't, because it's peer-to-peer. So the plan will work when it is done, when it has been happened, and everybody sees that their content has been moved over to someplace else, and under every single video, there's a little dollar amount waiting for them, just like Steam it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're gonna be so happy, and Google is gonna be so sad because they will lose their customer base in 1, 2, 3 gone.
Boof. well, or maybe they'll be forced to change, and maybe decentralize themselves a little bit more in terms of the power and control and how the entire platform that everybody uses evolves. I know that I hope that Steemit does that with Facebook. I know that Reddit's starting to try to change. They want to add Bitcoin, but I think that they fundamentally see the problem incorrectly. But anyway, I talk all day, and I can talk to you all day, but other people join up to hear and, ask questions. So this has been largely an introduction. So does anybody have any questions for Fyrstikken?
Hey guys, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I just joined. It's Rodrigo. Nice to see you all, guys.
It's nice to see you too, man.
So how many people are hanging out actually at these at the chat room you just posted, Stakepool? Is it like the Litecoin channel, or what is it?
No, it is a chat room for everything crypto, everything legacy, everything forex, all markets. That's why it's open 24/7, and we got about almost 500 registered users on the new server, and about 30 people online minimum at any given time. So that are in the active channel. So if gold is doing something, you'll hear about.
Oh, so gold, not everything.
If gold is doing something, you'll hear about it. If British pound is doing something, you hear about it. If Ethereum is doing something, you'll hear about it. If Bitcoin is doing something, you hear about everything in there. No info left behind.
Has Steemit been a popular topic?
Holy crap, yes. I think 80% of the stake poolers are on Steemit now. It is the talk of the town, yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
Steemit is just fantastic. It is something everybody loves to do now, and people are behaving more sophisticated than before. So, yeah, I am observing a revolution, and I'm very happy to see that revolution going on. And Stakepool is just growing stronger and stronger with more and more clever heads that are there. We have one rule in Stakepool, and that is if you're dumb enough to lose your money, you go broke, you know, we kick you out. But we don't accept people that are, you know, that lose their money and then have that loser mentality, because it is our workspace too, and we need to have positive attitudes in there. So if you are, you know, it's not a place to hype or chill or anything like that. We are very conservative and logical community, and we talk about things and we joke about things, of course, and we listen to good music 24/7, and we have generally a really good time in that.
Sounds like a fun place for an after party after this mumble's over.
Yeah, you should all come over. Just start downloading TeamSpeak 3 from teamspeak.com and go to stakepool.com and follow the instructions there, and yeah, join up and stay when you are there. You know, find your spot and stay, and you know, you're gonna be rich. You're all gonna get rich. That is what's gonna happen. Just trust me on that and come and join.
You cracked me up.
You're gonna be more cracked up when you're rich.
Well, no whining though, and no shilling.
No whining, no shilling. Yes. I mean, you can of course tell us what you're doing, and you know, occasionally talk about something that you are. You know, it's your project, but if you're gonna sit there every day and just talk about one thing and, hey, well, guys, buy into this shitcoin, come on now, guys, you know, that's, you know, there are plenty of places like that, and we are not one of those places.
Well, Fyrstikken, I hope that you join up, and I hope that you consider joining us and posting about different projects that you would like to give updates on. And this can include this can include yours as well, obviously. Give updates on anything that's important to you. That's what this is for, right? And we run these on a weekly basis for this reason. And whenever you post to the thread that I will give everybody at the end of this hangout, that'll be posted to Steemit, I'm going to ask everybody to consider posting.
I'm gonna upvote you.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna upvote you so hard.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if I should be blushing right now the way you said it, but anyway, I'm just gonna say, if you have a project that you feel is important, post about it, and we can provide an update, a period of time where you can update everybody regarding it. Now, the thing is that the community who upvotes these different issues and projects that they want to cover, the amount of votes that you get are going to dictate whether you're first, second, third, fourth in line. And we will only have so much time before we go into the after party phase, but we can always cover everything in the after party phase as well. But I just want to let everybody know that if you want to be first, make sure to lobby people and ask people who are in your network to upvote your project content. And the better that you summarize what you want to cover, the more likely people are going to upvote it when they look at it, even if they haven't been approached by you to upvote it. So this is just something very important that I would like to get to everybody, and I'll probably say it multiple times, just not necessarily for all of you guys, but for anybody who's coming in who's new, so they know. So please don't think that I'm spamming it. Excuse me?
You're starting to cut out.
Oh, was I cutting out for everybody?
Not for me.
Not for me.
Brenda, it might be, this happens to me sometimes too. That's the one thing, because we have these amazing tools, but they're not quite there yet. You know, they're not, the internet needs to be far faster. We need quantum net. But anyway, next in line is Chris4210 today, and he was going to talk to something about, what would you like to give everybody a synopsis?
Sure. So basically what I want to talk about is the worker proposal I just set up last week, and I put it in the BitShares talk forums. I can also post a link about it. The idea basically is I want to update the current BitShares.org website because I think we have it since October, since the relaunch of BitShares 2.0. It has a lot of technical content, very good content, but the problem is, in my point of view, that it is it's too technical for new users, and now we're going to have a lot of people who are attracted to BitShares. They heard about Steam, they read about the history of Steam, and then about Stan and Bytemaster. And they're all coming now to BitShares, and they don't really convert because the website is old. It looks like the project is deaf. So my idea is I set up a worker to get a new design for the website, and I need all of your votes to pay the designers so we can have a really nice new interface. And what is really important for this interface is that the interface is going to look like there's a lot of content happening. You're going to have the most active markets. You're going to see what's traded right now in the last 24 hours. You're going to have a lot of use cases. So I want to show, okay, what can you do with the BitShares technology? What kind of awesome projects can you build on top of BitShares? So we're going to mention Open Ledger, we're going to mention Freedom Ledger, we're going to mention all the products around the BitShares Munich products, so BlockPay and Echo, but all the other things that are also out there. And we're going to list them all to show people, okay, when I want to start a business in the crypto space and I want to use one of the best blockchains out there, I should take a look at BitShares. And this is like what is my idea, and I'm open for your discussions and your feedback.
Real quick, how much is the worker proposal asking for?
The worker proposal is asking for €1,000, so that is roughly 300,000 BitShares. Because right now, after I think in my point of view or my experience, the price of BitShares is always hovering around 0.3 cents. So it's quite low, and I would need basically €1,000 for a good designer that we can really sit together and work out a really, really nice interface for the website itself. And then we have to set up another worker to really get this design into code and to have the new website coded.
Did you post about this project to Steemit, and is it still being upvoted?
I think I didn't post it yet for Steemit. It's right now in the BitShares forums. I'll probably have to update it and also post it in Steam as well.
Would you be willing to do that and then give us the link to it so I can send it out to all the Beyond Bitcoin, the friends of Beyond Bitcoin who are here and elsewhere?
Oh yeah, actually I did a Steam post. Let me copy that to you guys. So I posted basically a link also on Steam talking about that, and I'm looking for your feedback. We had a little bit of a discussion because some of the forum users suggested we should do like a 99 designer contest. I think that's also a good idea, but personally I didn't make really a lot of good experience in the past about 99 designs. You pay a lot of money, and usually what designers are sending you is like a classical template design. They just copy and paste the content, but there's really no idea. There's no inspiration. There's nothing really that gets you where you say, this is a design how we want to represent BitShares to the world. And that's why I want to sit together with a really good designer who knows about all the important aspects, who's, of course, we're going to keep the corporate identity. So the logo stays the same, color stays the same. It's just that how the content is rearranged on the website. And that's what I want to update.
So you want to make it easier for people to get an easy, clear first impression, but then dig deeper if they want to.
Yes, absolutely. So when they are landing on the new website, they really have to get it in a couple of seconds. Oh, okay, this is BitShares. Wow, now I understand. Oh, these companies are building all on top of that. Wow, this is amazing. I want to be part of that.
That sounds like a great idea. I would love to see. Do you guys have any people in mind as far as like being able to see their work?
Yeah, I posted a link. There's in the proposal. There's the agency I'm going to work with. Her name is Petra, and she's also here in Munich. We are working very closely with her because she's the host of all our BitShares Munich meetups in Munich, and she's also the first store who has the first BlockPay stations. So she was running a design, marketing consultancy, corporate identity communication consultancy company. And she has over 25 years working experience in this area. She's right now consulting the Fraunhofer Institute, one of the Germany's biggest IT and research institutions, and she is managing for them basically their new corporate communication to say like, okay, research. You know, if you are if you are like a nuclear physicist and you're like researching nuclear power, okay, how do you sell that to new students? She's doing that. She's taking complex technical terms and processes and makes it super easy for new people to understand.
That sounds like a wonderful idea, and it sounds like something that we've dealt with for quite some time in BitShares because it is so complex, right? I mean, let's face it, if Bitcoin is hard to learn, which Bitcoin was hard to learn as a newbie, BitShares is another level to it because we're talking about now all these various cool other things that can be done with prediction markets on the blockchain, and that's in addition to a UIA market with all kinds of cool tools that are being made available, like data security node, and the PeerPlays team has worked on that module that enables people to essentially pay out dividends to tokens. I don't know if that's the terminology for it or if that's exactly what it is, but I mean, it's very close, at least with respect to being able to distribute to token holders as a thank you for holding it. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, the dividend code is pretty one of the best updates, I would say, for the BitShares platform since quite a while. It really allows you basically to automatically distribute money to certain kind of accounts. So that is going to be very valuable in the future. And I think with BitShares, you know, it's such a crazy platform. You can really build anything you want on top. And we are learning that every day since we are building so much with BlockPay and with Echo and so on. We're talking to a lot of clients. We're growing very fast. We're adding a lot of new people right now. And yeah, we are really excited, especially about the BlockPay and how it's gonna change the BitShares platform and how it's gonna add a lot of new liquidity to the BitShares platform. Because if you think about it, if you put one BlockPay stations, which is a free app in the Android store, if you just put it in a store or to a local Bitcoin meetup and you add it there, you can immediately accept Bitcoin as a payment. And every Bitcoin that is going to be sent to this point of sale station is going to be sent to the BitShares platform and to a BitShares account. So if you think about 1,000 Bitcoins coming in every day to BitShares, you have two options. Either the money stays inside the platform or is going to be exchanged into other assets, or is going to be sold and the money is flowing out. However, we're going to have a lot of liquidity, a lot of trading and activity on the BitShares platform, and I think that's going to be pretty awesome.
And you guys are now the first to take Steam-backed dollars. You will allow retailers to take Steam-backed dollars and to keep their money in something earning interest like Steam-backed dollars as well.
Yes, we are working on that too. So I cannot really talk about all the technical details, how we do it, because this is not my area. This is where Ken is really strong about it. But our vision is basically that we are supporting Steam-backed dollars. So people who are earning Steam-backed dollars on Steam, they will be able to spend those Steam-backed dollars over our BlockPay stations. So that means when you are writing content and you're earning Steam-backed dollars on Steam, I would say in a couple of months, you're going to be able to spend them through our BlockPay stations in your favorite restaurant, in your favorite store, wherever you want to spend them. It's going to be available, and I think that's going to be really interesting.
My God, this is interesting.
Yeah, and also letting the merchants keep their assets in Steam-backed dollars rather than BitUSD, which doesn't earn interest.
Well, there are different options how we can combine it. Right now, it's going to be exchanged into BitUSD, but I think we can also add an extra feature that, because it's always also a graphene chain, that the merchants probably can keep the Steamback dollars as well. I have to look into that. We will look at that. What I would also like to talk about is we are right now setting up an international ambassador program, and Rodrigo's also here. He just joined us. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that too. What it is basically is we are looking right now for Bitcoin people, for fans, but also for people who already have some kind of sales experience, or who would like to represent us into their home country, into their city, and who would like to run around and promote BlockPay to their local stores, meetups, restaurants, hotels, wherever you think BlockPay stations could be useful. We are looking for those people. We have right now already 30 people in 20 countries ready for us, and we are coaching them right now. So they are really getting all the details, all the materials, and they are getting also a sales commission. So when you are selling one BlockPay station in a restaurant or in a hotel, and you're going to have turnover running through that stations, you will get a cut from that one as well.
Awesome.
So if you want to support us here, please reach out to us. We're going to post the email address here in the Mumble, but you can also reach out to us if you just send a mail to info@bitshares-munich.de. Also, we are very available on social media. If you go to Facebook, you can find us under BitShares Munich, but also BlockPay. You can also find us on Twitter, on Steam, and basically also BitShares forums. So we are always around here. So if you want to help us, want to support us, please contact us, and we're happy to talk.
Yeah, I mean, we are right now, as Chris said, we have already 30 people worldwide, and they're ambassadors, so they're running their own countries, And Chris, if you want, you can post my email afterwards. So anyone that is interested, you can send me an email, Then we can have a Skype meeting, or just give your suggestion of why are you interested. And then we can give you all the correct documentation, the contracts, all these kind of things, the legal part always. And yeah, so if you're interested, just contact us.
Thank you guys for your time today. And how do they contact you most easily?
Well, you can actually, as you can see, Chris already posted my email. You can write me an email, or if you want, you can go directly to Facebook, because I'm getting a lot of requests from Facebook. So you can just go to BlockPay in Facebook, and you can just press the action button that is there, that is send a message, and you can just write me and we can chat. That's another way of contacting me.
Sounds good. And looks like we're sitting at about 45 minutes. 45. And we're running a little bit behind, but we're pretty close to on schedule. The next person who is up, however, is going to be speaking for PeerPlays. And I just want to say to everybody, I want to make sure that everybody realizes this. Whenever you post something to the Steemit thread, there seems to be like a window of time that it can be upvoted, and actually get a lot of payouts. And we go by the payout as the measurement. So if you get a large payout on upvoting, meaning you've reached out to as many people as possible who actually have a decent bit of Steam power and are really working on the ecosystem, and getting them to upvote it, that's probably going to be one of the best ways to do it, and trying to do that as soon as possible. With that said, Data, are you there and able to provide that update for the PeerPlays project?
Yeah, ready to go.
Thank you, man.
Good day, everybody. My name is Jonathon Ba'hai. I am the president of Bunker Chain Labs, the company which is heading up the PeerPlays project. And today, we announced the winner of the logo design contest, which ended up being quite popular.
Oh.
Yeah, we had 55 people enter and 144 total submissions for the logos. it started getting tough to choose with all the great entries, so we decided to expand the prize pool a bit. Along with the $1,250 grand prize, we are also giving away 50 PeerPlays tokens each to the 3 main runners-up, and 5 PeerPlays tokens to every single person who made an entry. So everybody was a winner.
That's a great update, Data.
Yeah. So, so the good news is the grand prize winner was somebody who went by the alias of MCV3313, and his design concept just the right elements we needed. If you go to peerplays.com/news/logo-contest.winner, I'll post the link in the chat. You can read all about it and why we chose the design, as well as the other runner-ups in the contest. Next Friday, we will have all the information available about the referral rewards contest that's coming. That will be up on the website. It will start in August and run until the launch of the crowd sale. So everybody will have a good 2-month period to earn and recruit. That is all for now. So just a short update. And this morning, Michael is a bit busy, so but he will be back next week to give everybody the rundown on the referral stuff.
Oh man, this is a great little logo. I would urge everybody to go look at some of these entries, and I really like the one you guys chose. It is simple and beautiful, and obviously allows for PeerPlays. You see the 2 P's in there too. Like, it's just elegant, man. Good choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has so many concepts that are integrated into it. It was just very, very meta, I guess you could say. Also in terms of how we can use it, it also is very open to all kinds of animation possibilities, and yeah, it's just going to be a very versatile logo, and definitely the one for the PeerPlays blockchain.
Well,
Really
congratulations!
awesome.
It looks pretty cool with all the cubes. So you have also blockchain inside and all that. Pretty nice.
Does anybody have any questions or comments that they would like to bring out for Data? I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you made a great choice.
Thanks, Trey.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Looks like ICO Countdown is on the list, but ICO Countdown, are you there?
He's not even on Stakepool right now. I think he is sleeping. Alex.
Okay, well, it looks like he signed up, but he did not join up this time. Well, what I will say here is we're sitting at 41 minutes. I'm going to post the meetup or the Hangout guest book. Please go ahead and sign that. And I don't know if you guys want to be part of the Beyond Bitcoin upvote team, but if you do, this time post your email, and I will use the emails gathered here, and I'll bring it to I'll enter you guys all into the upvote team in Slack. And if you guys want to see the latest Beyond Bitcoin posts, feel free to join up, and we'll bring you on board and help upvote some of the content that is quality content that is Beyond Bitcoin tagged, or something that is covering anything in cryptocurrency and blockchain technology that is valuable. So that's all I have for that. And does anybody else have anything that they'd like to bring up?
Fuzzy, my posts seem to have gotten buried. I guess they go back in time. So how do you keep them recent and current? Because my material, it's not trivial. It takes a long time to produce, and I can't really produce a whole lot of it to stay up current. But there's a long shelf life to the material that I do put on. So I'm wondering, how do you keep it up in front so that people could see it as it goes by?
It looks like tagging is an important thing, but you want to kind of have this is what I'm kind of struggling with watching Beyond Bitcoin as on Steemit as well, is, we produce these hangouts pretty frequently, and We also have people who write posts and tag it for Beyond Bitcoin and stuff like that. But even with that, I mean, you have to realize, a niche market like where we are, even though Steemit is blockchain based, it's one of the first places where you're going to have a mass, movement of people who come in who are not like us, who like dig into blockchain technology with a giddy look on our faces. Like they don't go that deep. So it's kind of one of those things where if you're talking about this type of content, you're going to get it upvoted and you're going to get probably some money from it, some stake in the system at the very least, right? And whenever you do that, it's not going to stay there forever. It's mostly like, if you're familiar with Reddit, it's not going to be one of those things where you post it and it's going to be up and trending forever, unless the community just seems to want to keep upvoting it and forever. That's not really, I don't think, how it works. But what you could do is you could tag it with Curiosime or whatever. I would stick with one tag or two tags that you like, but make sure that that's the tag that people would go to read your content. And if you partner up with other people who have similar tags, then you can start adding their tags to it too. And then people can go into, like, let's say if you go into Beyond Bitcoin and you have tagged your post with Beyond Bitcoin and Curiosime, it's going to create, it's going to add that to each of those feeds. So if somebody doesn't know about Curiosime's tag, they look at Beyond Bitcoin's tag quite frequently for the Hangouts, then they're going to go there, they're going to see that, and it's likely that they're going to upvote it, just because they saw it and it's quality content. That's half the battle, right? So what we're seeing emerging is that communities are going to need to start working together in almost a democratic fashion to kind of to get upvoted the content that they think deserves the rewards, but also to create tags that will contain their content and funnel each other's users and content consumers to those tags, right? Long story, but just kind of giving you an idea of how it works in as quick a way as I possibly can.
Okay, that makes sense. But I'm just also looking for incentives for some of the more useful content. Or I'm looking for like educative. When people come to learn something new, where do they go? And that content has a long shelf life, and that's also content which is more associated with productivity increases in society, which of course is my belief system for supporting cryptos. So I'm just kind of still looking for those linkages.
Well, what I will say is this. Another thing that somebody brought up, I think it was Next Gen Crypto who brought it up a while back, was a WordPress plugin where essentially you could have your blog site and you could have Steemit as the back end for that. And I know that I talked to Chris4210 and Ken Code, and all the team from BitShares Munich were interested in potentially doing something for our Hangouts like that, where essentially you post your content and it goes directly to Steem. And it's also there on your blog. So you can keep advertising your own blog. And whenever people go to your blog site, they'll actually be able to upvote your content that is on Steem. That's one thing that has been looked at.
I think Medium is doing something like that, because I had one thing I posted on Medium. Some guy came back and asked if he could include that in his decentralization magazine. So he's got like a sub mag on Medium. Is that what you're talking about?
You cut out there for a split second. Could you say that like the last 10 seconds or 5 seconds rather?
Yeah. I think some guy came to me and asked if he could repost my material on his decentralization group in Medium. So they're having curators form, I guess seems like blogs in Medium. And is that something that Steemit is including too? Is that what you're recommending?
Well, that's kind of in the general direction of where people are thinking it could go. Now, whether it's going to go that way or not is a different story, but I mean, I know as well as anybody else, but I would say that it's something that we should advocate for. I think so, anyway.
Okay, in general terms, we're still talking about that dichotomy between speculation and stability. If you have a speculative currency, then you're going to have a whole different set of incentives out there to make money. But if you have a stable currency, that's the thing that people can bank on, and that's the thing that induces a healthy economy. So this is what I'm trying to make sense of. Yes, I guess the speculation allows the price to go up and gets everybody on board, but at some point there needs to be some mechanism to stabilize those prices with valuable and useful content that doesn't have all this variance in it.
Yeah, that's that's an interesting way of looking at it, and I don't know exactly how it's going to be confronted, but we will. You're injecting the conversation into this hangout, and I would say I would inject that conversation also into Steam and see what the community says about it and upvotes. I mean, if they like your concepts and the ideas of that you're bringing to them, then you're going to get upvoted, and that's going to be a payout regardless, even if it's something that you turn into Steam power, which then you turn into something that injects value into other people's content. I mean, it's really something I would urge you to do.
Okay, I'll keep. I'm on it. I mean, I'm following it closely for many reasons, including future applications that we want to use it for or something like that. So yeah, I'm watching it closely.
Well, I'm very interested in also seeing where Curiosity goes. I know that there's some stuff that you're sitting on, but you can tell us sometime. Say what, Ken Code? All right. Does anybody have any other topics, conversation they'd like to bring to the community, or are we pretty much good for the day?
Well, I might mention one little thing. Quattro Trader is coming back. We are currently working on it, and hopefully we'll have it as soon as possible.
Oh, really? There's a new Quattro Trader, so the Quattros are still worth something?
No, it is the same trader, but what happened was the developer that has developed the Quattro Trader. He's a very, very good guy, and he's approved by Homeland Security to take care of nuclear plants. So we were working on the Quattro Trader, updating it, and also Trader 3 for OKCoin and other exchanges, when he suddenly got a whole bunch of contracts in his lap, and he simply had to let go of the project for a time, and in that process, our software got outdated as Poloniex changed their API. So we had a lot of users that have not had the ability to use it, so I think a lot of people are happy that it's coming back.
And where are the main places where Quattro Trader is used?
It is a automatic trading for BitShares and Poloniex, and also a couple of other exchanges, Cryptocurrencies, for example, but nobody trades there anymore after the hack. And it does automatic arbitrage. It looks for opportunities. If, for example, if BitShares are cheaper on BitShares than they are on Poloniex, the Quattro Trader will fill in that gap, and you make coin or more shares, for example.
Yeah, so it's essentially an arbitrage bot that you make money off of it trading for you on the exchange. And then how does Quattro come into it? How does the value get injected into Quattro? Is it like via dividends or something that you pay? Well, do you know? I'll just shut up and let you explain if you know.
Well, so I had nothing to do with the creation of the Quattro coin. But the Quatlo community came to me and asked me if I could help them save their shitcoin, because it was about to be delisted from BitREX. And this was 2 years ago now. So I went over there and talked with the developer, Marcus Roman, asked him tough questions, if he was a real developer, if he was willing to go the full distance with me, if I was to help him with Quatlo, and he promised me that, and I said to him what is true: I am not a pumper and dumper. People might think that. People say a lot of things about me, but that's not who I am. But I am a very intelligent person that design very intelligent stuff. And if you can build my stuff, then I will be helping you. And he promised that he would be able to build whatever it is that I designed. So I designed the Quatlo Trader from ground up with this purpose. I'm a market maker in many coins because I have purchased every single coin that has come to the market since 2009. So I hold a lot of bags. And for me to just trade with 0.1s or 0.2s like everybody else is doing doesn't work. So I needed a software that was strong enough to take care of my entire portfolio and run different algorithms without me having to script them. So the Quatlo Trader is everything you want it to be. It can do for small traders and it can do for the biggest traders. And you program it simply by typing in timers and prices and open new bots as you need them to do your thing. So you don't need programming experience, you don't need scripting experience, you can use it just by sliders and buttons. So it's really dumped down to a level where it is really useful. And it is free. And it is.
So you don't
it has
need
always
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me just specify that. See, the way so he created this software, and then I told him, and we're gonna tie it to the Quatlo coin on the exchange. So people will need to hold a certain amount of Quatlos to use that bot to trade, for example, Steam-backed dollar BTC or Lisk BTC or, whatever. And that will create a demand for the Quatlos, and that is how we're gonna save your shitcoin, I told him. And it worked. So it became the first conditional freeware, is what I call it.
Okay, this is how we're gonna save your shitcoin.
Yes,
thank you so much for the laugh, man.
Genius. So and what happened when we released it was absolutely fantastic. BitREX is a very strong exchange. It is like the safest place on the internet, truly, and they are doing an absolutely fantastic job in the back end. And I got to appreciate that from our development point of view when we were designing this and plugging it up with the API and make everything work smooth. We pretty much created the ISO standard for the API calls on all the exchanges we have been working on. But when we released that, and you can go back on Quatlo on BitREX, where it launched and where it has been, and you can see those spikes it has. Those are release spikes. That is the price of Quatlo when people are buying Quatlos to use the trader. And the first time around, everybody started using the Quatlo Trader. And they were trading with hyperspeed over there on BitREX. And I'm sure if you get the Richie, Leo, or BitREX Bill over here for a later talk, they can explain how they felt it on the exchange side when everything went like 50,000 orders open, 50,000 orders closed, hundreds of thousands of instances per millisecond, so they had to throttle things down. But we experienced real fast trading, and I don't think anybody's going to have that experience again, but it was fun.
It would be interesting to see if it could be plugged into BitShares too. Does anybody know here if that would be a possibility or what would go into that?
Well, that would be copying the business model for Quatlo, really. But you can trade BitShares with the Quatlo trade.
Oh, so Quatlo wouldn't be able to necessarily go on any other exchanges. It would just be for Poloniex and Bittrex?
I mean, that is where the coin is listed, the Quatlo coin.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But wasn't it the old version that you have you could do like a three-way arbitrage trading, so there was another exchange that you could connect to, so you can really trade on three different ones? I think the one got bankrupt, so that's why it's not working anymore.
Yes, you could do it with Cryptsy and Sax.io, the mining and exchange platform. So yeah, you could do three-way arbitrage automatically with it. It was very cool. But Cryptsy ruined it for everybody. But there's still always opportunities between Poloniex and BitREx in most everything that is traded in both places. So there is a lot of good money sitting with bags on both sides there and just ARB.
So basically, we could also plug it to the BitShares platform, so you can also trade there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm setting up I need to set up a new business plan for the Quatlo project because as time has gone by now, obviously we are not making money on the Quatlo coin, and we are not making money on the Quatlo trader. We have just spent a lot of our time putting, valuable time into this project and have enjoyed it. But to develop it further, we need to establish a fund so that we can actually do that without having to, prioritize other things, because, freeware is not profitable, but it can be if we have enough people supporting us. So I will be working on something like that as soon as I can. If you are interested, we can talk about that later.
I would really like to see if I want to see a worker proposal that actually gets voted in on BitShares' side. Now, it's great to have the idea of posting to Steemit and actually being able to post there too, but I think Steemit enables us to essentially guarantee funding for good projects, but it's not sustained funding. And I would like to see, Fyrstikken, have you considered the possibility of being able to create a worker proposal to have it added to BitShares? I mean, you might be able to find a way of monetizing that after the fact, or even without the worker proposal. But I think this would be something that might be a valuable worker proposal, to be BitShares, to be in between Poloniex and it's Bitfinex, right?
No, BitREx and Poloniex, the two biggest altcoin exchanges in the world. But yeah, we want to have every single exchange added to the Quatlo trader. Essentially, it's a lot of work to make that happen, obviously. So for that, we need funding, and we need also at least one more developer that knows C# and is not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Well, I just posted a link because we have also a couple of trading bots for the BitShares blockchain itself. It is partly developed with a little team here to provide extra liquidity. Maybe that's going to be helpful to really get started. And I think if you could add the Quatlo, that's going to be quite fun, because then we have a different interface to really trade or automatically trade on the BitShares platform as well. Just posted the link in the mumble, so take a look. And also Xerox developed a new interface which is outside of the CLI wallet, so you don't have to use that.
Wow, you guys always are getting stuff done. BitShares, the only thing that I think of anymore whenever I think of BitShares is that cast photo where the very tip of BitShares is sticking out of the water. Thank you guys very much today. Does anybody else have anything that we didn't cover that you feel that we need to?
Yeah, I have a little update.
Yep.
I missed before that. So Rodrigo and I, we started a video blog talking about our movement and our journey, because I think it's very important to share with all of you like how we are going to build BlockPay and how we are working behind the scenes here in BitShares Munich and all our goals and visions. And if you want to follow us, you can find us either on Facebook, or you can find us on YouTube, but also on Steam. We're going to post there in the Beyond Bitcoin threads, but also in our own BitShares Munich threads. So if you really want to see like how a modern blockchain startup is really ticking and how they're thinking about and where they're all moving, then just follow our video blog. We're going to post every 2 or 3 days insights, what we are doing. And we want to all invite you to join our journey, and I hope it's going to be a fun ride.
Well, the journey is what we've been here to archive from the very beginning. So I really greatly appreciate you guys doing that archiving of your own journey, man, because these stories are what, when I think of Beyond Bitcoin, I think of the blockchain and I think of how powerful it is, but then how it's actually powered by people, right? So, I mean, all the ideas that emerge from the introduction of the blockchain into our world are coming out because of people having unique ideas and doing unique, different things with this technology. And that's just really powerful stuff.
La 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 la.